Here with Giants prospect Reggie Crawford. You just finished up signing. You're a guy that's probably been pretty used to it being a first rounder and everything, but I've been asking, like, does it get exhausting for you, or do you just kind of get an autopilot, and is it almost like therapeutic when you're just able to sign your name a bunch of times?
I wouldn't say it's therapeutic, but you definitely get an autopilot, and you do see the signatures, start to decline after a little bit. But no, it's fun. I always enjoy it. I can't ever complain about, signing my name on there, because I know a lot of people appreciate it, and I know when I was a kid collecting some cards, I used to love it too. So, it's really enjoyable being around here, being around some of my friends too. Like, it's always fun.
And these Onyx cards too, like it's awesome because it's a different picture, maybe someone that you might not remember or whatever, and they come out really cool. What is it like to see these different photos, these different cards now? You've had several versions now, to be able to just check them out and sign them.
Yeah, no, Onyx, they did a really good job with the design of these cards. They look great. But it's always cool to see like what new cards are going to come out, what the designs are going to be, what pictures they're going to use.
Yeah.
So it's definitely always enjoyable seeing that.
You mentioned collecting as a kid. Who was someone that you wanted to collect?
I used to always collect Rolls Chapman, Yoenis Cespedes. I used to collect Puig. Like those guys were like super exciting.
Yeah.
A couple years ago. So I used to just go on eBay and just throw in a bunch of bids. Yeah. And there were times where mom's like, hey, like $400. Like, what's this about? Not thinking that I would get all of them. But no, I screwed myself a few times doing that.
I was going to say, and some of those names, talented players, but I don't know if those card values have necessarily gone up since then. But,
I know. But at least it was fun back then.
Yeah, right?
With those guys.
But no, that side of it's funny because I have the same memories of just throwing the bids in and just, I'm not going to win them all. I know. And then you get the reminder to pay. But if you could collect anybody now, I've been asking everybody this, a rookie card of somebody now, outside of like maybe the major, obvious, most expensive guys, like I'll keep it in your org. If it could be a prospect or a guy at the big league level that you have as rookie card. Like, who's someone in the Giants org that you would love to have their first card, their rookie card, or their first Bowman or whatever?
I would say Kyle Harrison. Obviously really solid dude, really solid player, and he's gonna have a great career. So probably Kyle Harrison.
That fastball is tough. You ever gotten against him in lives?
I haven't. I've seen it, but I haven't faced him. But no, it's definitely electric for sure.
So recently the Giants announced that you're going to be focusing now on the mound, and you got a lot of ability there, running up to upper 90s, nasty stuff. But you were coming off of Tommy John, haven't thrown a ton of innings yet. How do you feel to be able to be focusing on one now, and where do you think that sets you going into this year, where you can? Baseball is hard enough as is. Yeah. It's almost impossible to do two. Like, do you feel like it's going to really help you, hit that next level really quickly?
Yeah, absolutely. And it was my decision when we had those conversations. I spoke to some of the higher ups in January. And I was like, hey, this is where I'm at with this, because the reality is, I'm now a little over 2 years removed from TJ, and during that time, I missed out on a lot of at bats, and same is for innings on the mound too. But pitching, it comes back. It just comes down to how good you're feeling, health wise. But hitting, I have probably like 75 at bats in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
So it's just tricky, and the TJ. A lot of obstacles, arise with that too, because you're trying to manage workload. So, can't have too many swings, can't have too many throws, can't have too much this, too much of that. So, it just wasn't ideal, just the timing and the circumstances. So I'm definitely looking forward to just pitching, because we're at where we are right now, and that's, me giving half my time to that. So I'm excited to see what it look like. Giving 110% of my time will look like getting into pitching. And
that's a really, mature and difficult decision, too, because I was out here in the Arizona Fall League, and I watch you scorch balls 112. I watch you hit some balls really hard. But, just being able to look at it, zoom out, and make that decision, how much thought went into that for you? And, how much back and forth was there?
A lot of back and forth, dude. Because I wake up one day, I'm like, all right, I have no problem just pitching. And then I'm like, oh, PO? I've never been a PO in my life. So, that was definitely – definitely tricky to navigate. But yeah, no, definitely it was nice, when I came to a decision, because it felt like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be a lot easier to schedule things, a lot easier to plan things, gonna be a lot less variables that go into it, which I'm looking forward to. And yeah, it kind of sucks that I won't be hitting anymore. But I'm still gonna hit BP a few times a week.
I was gonna say
keep that in the back pocket.
I was gonna say you gotta pull the bat out every once in a while and remind these guys that you can still run into them.
We're not completely eliminating it, but we're just gonna focus on the pitching for a little bit.
I'm looking forward to 10 years down the road when you're in the show. There's going to be a doubleheader, whole bench is burned. Yeah. They need a pinch hitter, and you're going to come in, and hit a bomb from the left side or something like that. But on the pitching side, being able to focus on it now, again, you can do the things that you can't really teach. Upper 90s from the left side, touching 100 from the left side, nasty breaking ball. But you mentioned just not having as many innings and reps and things like that. Like, what are you focused on now going into this year to kind of develop your arsenal and develop yourself as a pitcher? Like, what are some of the keys for you now that you're 110%, like you said, on pitching?
No, I mean, it's definitely been good at big league camp, just being around the veteran guys. Because obviously they've seen everything, so getting their feedback has been extremely helpful. Just like, different cues for certain pitches. Like for me, the changeup is one that I want to really figure out this year. That's one that I was, it was a little bit tricky for me, just again, given the very limited reps, and that's just such a feel pitch. Yeah. So it's definitely feeling a lot better, but it has been really nice having those guys there just to help out with that. But yeah, I mean, just like random stuff like situational stuff, runners on first and third and first and second, just stuff that I haven't had a ton of experience with. Like those are things that I'm trying to get like mental reps with, like, being removed, just easy stuff to study, to where I'll be ready for situations and scenarios like that in the game.
And do you have any idea like what kind of workload you're going to be able to shoulder this year and how much you're going to throw now that you're focusing on one?
I'm not sure yet. We hadn't really had those conversations. I mean, it just essentially just comes down to staying on the field as much as possible, staying healthy, and then the rest will take care of itself.
Awesome. And I guess the last question I've been asking everybody as well is just, you hit on it a little bit, but kind of a number one goal for you now as a pitcher, Reggie Crawford, the pitcher. You mentioned the changeup and, availability, of course, being two key things, but is there anything else that you're just hoping to do or hoping to achieve this year?
The only thing is just stay on the field, stay healthy, and then everything else will take care of itself.
I love it.
That's literally it. Stay healthy, stay on the field.
I love it, and I know you're going to do that this year. I'm excited to see you do that, and I'm excited for that pinch hit homer in 10 years once we cash that one in. But really pumped for everything you're going to do on the mound, and can't wait to see what you do.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.